feet hip width apart, and let's begin. From here, inhale, we raise the hands over the head, interlacing the fingers, pointing the forefinger up to the sky. From here, as we exhale, lean to the left hand side. Inhale, back up. Exhale, we lean to the right. Inhale, back up to the center. From here, let's bring the hands down to the hip. Step the left leg one big step to the middle of the mat and raise the hands out shoulder level into a star pose. From here, let's bring the body out and bring the hand down to the left shin, raising the right hand up. We're gazing at the right hand into a nice triangle pose, Trikonasana. Both legs are straight, and then we're trying to broaden up the chest and the hip. From here, exhale, both hands down to the front foot, and we're trying to straighten both our legs. The right foot, we're trying to turn it about 45 degrees, and we're bringing the forehead as close to the knee as possible. And we keep pushing the hip to the back, trying to lengthen our fingers to the front with every breath. And feel a nice deep stretch into the back of the hamstrings. Just a couple more breaths. Now, from here, bend the front knee and drop the right knee down into a nice lunge. And from here, two hands on the left knee, raise the hands out, lift the chest up, and drop the right hip down as deep as you can into a nice crescent moon lunge, Anjaneyasana. And we're continuously trying to sink the right hip lower, lift the chest higher. From here, exhale, both fingers to the ground. And then we're moving both hands next to our left foot, extending our right leg out straight, right toes pointing up to the sky. Remember, all your body weight is on your hands. So don't put too much weight on your right leg. Be careful of the hamstrings. Always keep the right foot flexing towards the body to protect the hamstring tendon. From here, weight on the palms, bring both feet together into a nice yogi squat, making sure to have both your heels grounded on the mat, and place your palms at the heart center, triceps pushing against your thighs and lifting the spine and the chest up, gazing forwards. And then breathing in deeply, feeling a deep stretch in the hips. Now, from here, place both hands back down on the right foot, extend the left leg out carefully, and making sure to flex the left foot in, toes pointing up to the sky. Now, we're stretching out the other side of our hamstring, and most of your body weight is on your two palms, firmly grounded on the mat. Gaze is forwards. And let's switch the hands to the right knee, and we come into a lunge on the other side. Now, stretching the left thigh out. Let's lift the arms out, sinking the left hip down as deep as you can, lifting the chest up into a nice Anjaneyasana, crescent moon lunge. And keep sinking your hip down with every breath and lifting the chest up as much as you can. From here, exhale, drop both hands down to the front and straighten the front leg. And then switch the back foot out 45 degrees, straighten both legs as much as you can into a nice pyramid pose. We're trying to bring the forehead as close to your knee as possible, pushing the hips back, stretching the fingers forwards, getting a deep stretch into your hamstrings. From here, right hand on your shin, lift the chest, open up the chest and shoulders and the hip, and we're looking up to your left hand into a nice triangle pose. Just a couple more breaths. Remember to keep stretching the chest and the shoulders. Now inhale, come into a star pose. Switch both feet pointing forwards. Bring the hands to the hip. Step the right leg back into our standing position, interlacing the fingers above the head. Exhale, lean the body to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back to center, and from here, exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Now, let's go back to the other side. From here, Get ready, hands to the heart. From here, inhale, hands up over the head, interlace the fingers, fingers pointing up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, back to center. From here, release the hands down to the hip and take one big step out and raise the hands up into a star pose. From here, let's turn the right foot out to the front of the mat, drop the right hand down, and then let's open up the chest and shoulders, left hand up, looking up to your left hand into a nice triangle pose. This is a hip and a shoulder stretch, so we're also opening the hip up. Now, from here, let's drop both hands down to the front foot, pushing the hip back, and then we're switching our back foot forwards 45 degrees, bringing the forehead as close to your knee as possible, getting a deep stretch into the back of the hamstrings. Keep breathing, and with every exhalation, push the hips back. Now inhale, we come forward and drop the back knee into a lunge. Sink the hip down, lift the chest up, extending the fingers up to the sky. We're gazing up to the sky. At the same time, we're trying to sink our left hip as low as possible. So we're sinking our hip forward and down to get a deep stretch in the hip flexors. Now exhale, drop both hands down to the front foot. Now two hands are next to your right foot, extending the left leg out. So now we're stretching out the left hamstring. Remember to keep flexing the left foot in to protect your knee and hamstring ligaments. Keeping the gaze forwards, the spine upright. From here, weight on your palms. Bring both the feet in as close as possible into a nice yogi squat, making sure that your whole foot is grounded, heels are down, feet are pointing outwards 45 degrees, spine straight, chest forwards, gaze forwards. Now get ready, drop both hands down next to the left foot, extending the right leg out as far as you can. Flex the right foot in, making sure to always protect the knee. Gaze is forwards, most of the weight is on your palms. From here, switch the hands to the left knee and come into a lunge, sinking the hip down and lifting the chest up through the upper back. So we're trying to lift our chest up using the strength of our upper back, gazing up through the sky. Now, from here, exhale, bring both hands down to the front, extending the front leg straight. And then we bring our back foot forwards 45 degrees. And as we exhale, we're pushing the hip back, trying to bring the forehead as close to the knee as possible, walking our fingers forwards with every exhalation, getting a nice deep stretch in the hamstrings. From here, inhale, left hand on the shin, lift the right hand up to the sky, opening up the hip and the shoulders into a nice triangle pose. Stretching out our legs, our hips and our chest and front of the shoulder. From here, let's inhale, come up into a star pose and switch the left foot forward to the front and step the foot back into our Tadasana and extending our fingers up to the sky and lean to the left. And as we inhale, back to the center, exhale to the right. Inhale, back to the center, and then exhale, hands to the heart center. Let's do one more round, both sides. Inhale, hands up, interlacing the fingers. Forefinger pointing up, exhale, lean to the left. Chest facing forwards. Inhale, back up to the center, exhale to the right. Inhale, back up to the center. And then exhale, bring the hands down to the hip. From here, step the left leg out to the center into a star pose. Now switch the left foot to the front of the mat, lean forwards, left hand down, open up the chest, look up through the right hand into a nice triangle pose. Now from here, we bring the hand down and push the hips back into a nice pyramid pose. The back foot is facing forwards 45 degrees. We're pushing our hips back, extending our fingers forwards, forehead to the knee. Now from here, we bend the front knee, drop the back knee down into a nice lunge, sink the hip down, lift the chest up, extending the fingers up with energy into a nice Anjaneyasana crescent moon lunge. Now as we exhale, place the palms next to the left foot, extending the right leg out. Remember to flex the right foot in, toes are always pointing up to the sky, chest facing forwards, gaze is forwards. Now from here, all your weight on your hands, we bring both the feet in into a nice yogi squat. Heels flat down on the ground, chest and spine lifted up, gaze is forwards, palms next to the heart center. From here, we drop both the hands down to the right foot, extending the left leg out, flexing the left foot in, toes pointing up to the sky, chest facing forwards, gaze is forwards. Now let's switch the hands over to your right knee and switching your back foot into a nice lunge, sink the hip down, lifting the chest up into a nice crescent moon lunge. Keep pushing the hip forward and down as low to the mat as you can and lifting the chest up using the strength and the flexibility of the upper back. Now exhale, drop the hands down, extending the front leg straight. The back foot is shifted facing forwards 45 degrees. We're pushing the hip back and bringing the forehead close to the knee, walking our fingers forwards. Lengthening the shoulder forwards, pushing the hip back. Now, right hand on the shin, lift the left hand up. We're gazing at our left hand, stretching out our shoulders and our chest and opening our hips up as much as we can. Now, from here, inhale, bring the body up into a star pose. Move the right foot in, facing forwards, hands on the hips, step back into a nice mountain pose. Hands up and exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, back up to the center. Exhale, hands to the heart. From here, let's prepare to move to the other side. Now inhale, hands up, interlace fingers, forefinger pointing up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, up to center. From here, hands on your hips and carefully take one big step out. And let's bring the hands out into a star pose. Adjust your feet and come up into a triangle pose. We've done all this, so now we're just going to enjoy the flow, looking up to your left hand. From here, exhale and we move into a pyramid pose. Back foot is adjusted facing forwards 45 degrees, hip pushing back, fingers stretching forwards. Now from here, bend the front knee and drop the back knee down into a nice deep lunge. So sink the hip down, lift the chest up, extending the fingers up to the sky with energy. Now, exhale and drop both the feet down next to the right foot, extending the left leg out carefully, flexing the left foot in, getting a deep stretch on your hamstrings. Remember to keep the spine straight, gaze forwards. Now shift the weight to both your hands, bring both feet in into a nice yogi squat. Making sure that you're always stable in your squat and the hands are connecting to your chest, keeping the spine long, gazing forwards. Now get ready to drop both hands down to your left foot, extend the right leg up, flex the right foot in, toes pointing up, chest forwards. Now from here, Let's switch the hands over in front to the left knee, extending the right knee back and sinking into a lunge, lifting the chest up. We're almost to the end of our sequence. So make sure that you're getting a nice deep stretch. And of course, if you want to do this whole sequence again, feel free to pause the video at any time and do a few more rounds of the Moon Salutations that we're doing now, our Chandra Namaskar. From here, we're moving back into a nice pyramid pose. Enjoying the stretch, taking deep breaths so the whole body can relax as you go through each pose. From here, left hand on the shin, open up the hip, open up the shoulders, and we're gazing up to our right hand into a nice triangle pose. Now from here, as we inhale, bring both hands up, shift the left foot in into a star pose, and we're back into a standing position, lifting our hands up, interlacing our fingers, exhaling, leaning to the left, inhale back to center, exhale, lean to the right, inhale back to center. From here, drop the hands down to the chest, and that was our Moon Salutations. Now let's go into our Earth Salutations, hands to the heart, and let's get ready.